Tell him, Steve Dave.
Did you do anything fun for July 4th, Q? You worked.
I worked. Yeah, I worked during the day. I went to a friend's barbecue for a little bit at night.
Yeah, I went to a friend's barbecue.
Your next door neighbor?
We said friend.
No.
The guy I used to work for, Tim, invited me to.
You went?
Yeah.
Brought the whole family.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was nice.
It was a pool party. There's pool parties all over the place.
I had a
Yeah.
pool party.
You had a pool party?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I get the invite to that?
It was kind of like for kids.
Well,
You know, for kids.
It was like a kids pool party. You don't
It was
have
like a
any kids.
family pool
so
party.
I could have brought one of my nephews, I guess, or my nieces.
I wouldn't even say it was for kids. I would say it was more of a family pool party. Like people that have like, you know.
Families?
Yeah.
You guys
Not
like my
loners and
family?
shit.
Well, I'm not going to develop a family if...
You know what?
Trust me, it was very stressful, this party.
There's a lot of eggshells to walk on.
Yeah, but I'm not a guy that steps on eggshells. I'm all right.
No, but the stress level gets high, so.
Well, stress level started like as I was being invited to it. He called me at home and he said he's like, oh, I'm gonna have a pool party.
I wouldn't even call it a party. Really, what I got this water polo set with two nets and a ball, and I really wanted to play it again. And I want to play it against my two little daughters. I want to play it against somebody I can really throw the ball at 100 miles an hour and try to score on.
Yeah, so he's like, Brian.
Yeah, so I invited Brian to come over, and I knew
Did he stick his ass out like in the hockey game?
No,
It was too hard. I was submerged.
it would be hard to be like, hey man, let's go in the pool and play ball together. It's kind of sounding weird. So I'm like, come over and bring the kids over. We'll make a day of it.
Right.
And that's what I did, just so I could kind of get utilized this purchase.
Did it work?
I mean, we played
Barely.
for literally less than 2
The
minutes.
kids were in the pool the whole time. It was annoying.
Yeah, it was strange though. But first I get the call at home and he says like, hey, you want to come over for, I don't think you actually used the word party, so I'll go with you on that.
Hey, it wasn't a party.
But he goes, what kind of snacks do you like? I go, what do you mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, yeah, what do you mean? I didn't know if he meant like, you know, what
that's a hard
kind of
question to
party is this? You know, I don't know if he means like crudité type shit or hors d'oeuvres, but it was bag stuff, you know. We were limited to 2 bags per family.
What do you mean, like what you could bring?
No,
what I was going to buy.
What he was going to buy.
2 bags per
I'm not going to just, my theory was I wasn't just going to buy everything under the sun in hopes that they like it. I'm not going to go out and do that because it's like I'm not going to waste it on pretzels if no one eats them.
He starts chiding me as if I had done this before, like in the yeah. He's like, he's like, you know, like we don't eat this crap, so like I'm not going to just buy it and then like nobody eats it. As if I was like, well, get one of everything, Walt, you know. So then he's like, well, what do you guys drink? And I said, well, you know, iced tea. I guess I felt pressure. Like the pressure was on because I'm like, well, what do the kids like? What will they drink? I said, how about just like iced tea? What kind? I said, Snapple. Yeah, I should never have went top shelf. I shouldn't have. And I hear his wife Debbie in the background being like, "Just why are you being like that? Just whatever they want, just tell them."
Yeah, she says that when like because she gets all nervous when I'm actually going through what she wants me to do.
Right.
Because then she's like, "Oh, it sounds bad if we want a fucking final decision on what to buy, so we're not wasting $100 on shit no one drinks or eats." Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, I was like, they're close enough friends with me. I could be like,
stop wasting food I haven't bought in theory.
Just cut to the chase, man. What do you like? What will you drink?
But then I did cut to the chase, and it was
$1 million on this crap.
What an invitation.
I'm so not sorry I didn't get this call now.
Oh, it was stressful.
See, I would have brought stuff, though.
I
didn't want him to
suggested
bring
that.
anything, though.
Oh, so you
But I heard his head almost.
I was planning on buying it all, but I just want to make sure I'm not buying stuff that they don't want.
Right.
Because my wife's like, well, just get one of everything. And I'm like, bullshit. We're not going to buy one of everything.
Right.
Not for them. And it was me. The people that came over was me, Suzanne, my niece Autumn, the older one. She's like 13, and then my little niece, of course, Sage. But the accusatory as if like we were going to waste it, and then
I feel like why do you have a family with nieces and nephews, but I don't have a family with nieces and nephews?
You wouldn't have gathered them up. You wouldn't have done it.
I might have.
You wouldn't have done
Why
it.
would
I
why
asked
would
him
I
if
do
you
that?
would. He said you wouldn't have.
Oh, bullshit. Well, what kind of snacks are you going to get him?
You know, when I had my 30th birthday party,
Oh, we remember it.
I invited you.
Don't feel bad. The last time I got invited to a party was 11 years ago.
1994 was my last party.
Okay.
And then this one, I don't even know how to say this was a party.
Well, what constitutes a party? It was us, and then it was the other guy that works here, Jeff, his wife, and his daughter.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a party. You're right.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Yeah, you're right.
And then, no, you know what? You didn't call it a party. You called it a barbecue.
No, it wasn't a barbecue.
At first, you said a barbecue. First, you said a barbecue, and then he said, I don't have a grill. Can you bring a grill over? And Edgar had just gotten a grill, but it's like a $1,200 grill that I could have borrowed from him, but I didn't think it was a good idea. So I was like, fuck it, then we'll have pizza. And I hear Debbie saying on the other end, she's like, who has pizza at a barbecue? It's just easier. We're going to have pizza.
That's how it became a party?
That, I guess, a pizza party, pool party. But we got over there, and it was a nice affair. It was nice.
See, like,
but I mean, I can't even walk through the door before he started bragging about a repair that he made on his swing. Like, they have one of those swings that... I mean, what would you call that? It's like a swing. A couple people can sit on it. Has like that covering on it. A porch swing.
Right.
Porch swing. You see that? I fixed that. He says, because the wind blew it into the pool and it lost. It was literally like an S hook that hooked the swing to the frame.
What you're talking about.
And then he's like, this old lady didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So I went in there and
it makes you sound like I'm talking about my old lady. No, I'm talking.
No,
I had to go to a hardware store, and in that local hardware store, some old lady was in there. And she didn't know what the piece. She
didn't know what an S hook was.
No, it wasn't an S hook. I know why he's saying that. It was like it was a piece that had to hold the canopy on. So I actually had to go into the hardware store by myself and just maneuver amongst a million fucking screws and find the right screw, the right thread, the right thickness, and the right length.
Okay.
But by myself, and I just did it, and I
You bought a screw by yourself.
But then I had to put it in and make sure. I mean, it wasn't as simple as it sounds. I know it sounds simple, but it really wasn't.
It doesn't sound simple.
I looked at it. It looked simple. He was very proud of himself, though.
All right, good.
But I know that feeling. I know that feeling because I'm not handy either.
I'm not a handy guy.
Yeah, so when you do something that's kind of handy a little bit, you're like, oh, like you start you get arrogant and shit.
Yeah, I can fix my car now.
Disassemble an engine, yeah.
I'm gonna do my brakes.
Well, when I first got there, Walt's like, I don't know why, but 2 nights ago, Brodie was limping around. And they basically, like, we first walked in, there was a funeral dirge playing. I was like, what's going on? And he told me that Brodie had, you guys went out, right? You guys went out and Brodie, Walter's dog, had hurt her leg, so she was limping. Yeah,
but we didn't know why. It just we got home and all of a sudden she was limping for no reason.
Sure.
And she's never limped in her entire life.
But he starts telling his kids that Brodie's going to die.
No, I didn't. No.
Weird.
That is not what. I didn't tell my kids that. Me and my wife, for whatever reason, I guess we got nervous or stressed, and we told each other, we're like, I don't know if Brodie's going to make it. I don't know why. We got really nervous, and we thought she might die.
Well, Brodie's old.
Yeah, Brodie's old.
You must think 16. That I'm at fucking death's door every time I come here. She's got that bad knee, so I got a little bit of a gimp.
So it's a Saturday night, so the vet's not open until Monday morning. So we have to wait a pretty long time to get her over to the vet. So we're like really babying her, and like she just is limping and very favoring that leg. And I was so concerned that I actually slept on her dog bed that night.
Brodie slept in Walt's bed.
No. She has her own dog bed now.
Well, that's sweet, man.
Yeah, but then when she woke up the next morning,
you've only waited 16 years to get her own fucking dog bed.
And then when she woke up,
because he thinks it'll be lightly used and he can return it. But no, Brodie was.
When she woke up, she was fine. And
spring in her step.
Yeah. I had a bad back from sleeping on the floor, but she was fine now.
Did you get all fucked up?
My wife thought I was going to die. She told the kids. That's not going to make it.
She bought Walt his own dog bed. Let him sleep on it.
Nobody would sleep with me. Brodie turned tail and ran the other way.
So we had the pool party.
And of course,
barbecue.
Who do you think makes the biggest faux pas at the party?
The faux pas. Yes.
I don't think it was Jeff.
Who do you think it was?
Brian.
No, it was my niece, the little one.
No, it wasn't. It was Brian.
Well, he seems to not be able to help but irritate.
But
it wasn't an irritation. It wasn't irritation. It was just like his lack of consideration.
Some might say. Others might not. I wore a sleeveless shirt because it was so hot out, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to take. See, I thought I was being considerate because I wore a shirt with my bathing suit. So when I went in the pool, I wasn't going to expose.
When you got a fucking Nazi tattoo,
Right.
and you have Jewish fucking guests at the pool, maybe you should wear fucking short sleeves instead of sleeveless.
No. So just to clarify, it's not like
It does seem like the smart move to me.
Just to clarify, it's not like I'm Ed Norton in American History X where I tear my shirt open and I have a fucking swastika on my chest.
Put your mouth on the curb.
To say that it's a Nazi tattoo is accurate in as much as it is the cover of War of the Undead #1, which Walter drew to honor my friend.
Oh, okay.
My friend's art, something we did together.
Yeah, but
it's a Nazi zombie.
And the world, like I said, and the world knows immediately what that Nazi zombie is from War of the Undead.
You would have to be.
It's like having Spider-Man on your arm.
But the guy that works in the
Lisa.
store, the guy that works in the store that has seen it
Right.
100 times, thousands of times maybe,
Jeff's wife?
he would know. Not Jeff's wife, no. Yeah, I mean,
I had to defuse that bomb quick.
Really? What'd you say?
I was like, oh,
Brodie's
yeah.
dying. Distract in any way
Brodie.
possible. Yeah.
I had to go with that awkward, like, oh, did you see that tattoo from our comic book? Because I knew that she was staring at it.
Was she staring at it? Like she
Yeah.
was.
I didn't see her staring at it. And the other thing is, I did try to defend it because the actual it's not even a swastika. It's half of a swastika that you can kind of see peeking out of his cap. And before I got the tattoo, I conferred with several Jewish friends of mine that I was like, is it like, I don't want to offend people, but it's the art. That's what the picture is. So like I said, it's not Ed Norton
So
with a
those
giant
three
swastika
Jewish
on the
friends
chest.
speak for 100 million people?
Should I have gotten everyone's opinion on what I should fucking do with my own fucking tattoo on my own body with something that I wrote and you
Well,
illustrated?
no, of course not. But at least some sleeves on when you're at a place that people might be
That's
not
how,
take
see,
it
that's the
properly.
thing. That's how little I think about
Other people.
how well that and not other people. No, because by virtue of the fact that I had a shirt on, I was thinking of other people. But that's how little I consider it to be like, here's something that I stand for, like fucking anti-Semitism or something.
I know you don't. I know you don't. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff.
But
But
you
don't
wanna know
assume that everybody knows what the fuck it is.
as A-hole is diffusing this bomb that I fucking lit, you know what Jeff said to me? He goes, I don't care about that. I work for Hitler. What the fuck do you think I care? Those are his exact words.
No.
Are you calling me Hitler?
Yeah, you didn't hear him say that?
No.
Yeah, that's why I laughed. He goes, that doesn't matter. I work for Hitler.
That's not right.
I don't think he's ever seen or seen a documentary on fucking Hitler. Then if he thinks I'm
Probably
Hitler.
not. No.
My wife was very complimentary of Brian this time. There was no
Yes,
Twice in a row now. Wasn't
What
she?
was the other time? Oh, when I was sweating like a fucking pig cutting their couch apart. and shit.
Maybe that.
Yeah, I mean, of course she's gonna fucking throw me some fucking compliments and shit there.
And she said the best is that he stayed the right amount of time.
I didn't overstay my welcome.
How long did you stay?
I don't know, like
5 hours.
Oh,
No, not even
4 and a half,
4 hours.
maybe
Yeah,
4
yeah.
hours, 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, went in the pool and played with the kids. I let Walt fire the fucking ball at me a couple times. We played a
took
little
couple
water
shots
polo.
on water polo, and it was a good day.
And then,
See, that's like that in that kind of atmosphere. I don't like. I'm not like sullen or withdrawn.
you mean your family versus complete strangers? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that could have to do with. But at one point there was some unpleasantness in the pool.
Oh.
I had vomit in the pool, which Walter got blamed for. I wasn't the asshole at the party.
Well,
it
who threw
turns
up?
out.
He threw the
In
ball.
fact, that was seemed more offensive to Silverman and his wife than any Nazi tattoo I might have. Was like Walt turned and it caused this wave, and their daughter, who's 4. Got all this water in her mouth, and she started crying, and then was like, "Bleh," and threw up all this pizza into the pool.
Oh.
And I got to say, I was like, I told Suzanne later on, I was very surprised at how you fucking dove right into the thick of it. Like he was in the pool with that pool skimmer and skimming out all this fucking vomity crust and shit, and like dumping it over the edge. I didn't think you.
I wouldn't be able to go back in that pool.
Yeah, I got out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go
I
back
got
in.
out.
Human.
That's what ruined the party for me. Otherwise, I would have been there till 10:30 at night.
Have you ever gone into the ocean?
Yeah, but I don't like swimming in general. I'm not a swimmer.
It's like if you've been in an ocean, I think you've swum in a lot more than fucking some pizza that went.
I was thinking that when I
went down about 10 minutes ago. That
Yeah, but
10 minutes ago,
like crab shit and fucking jellyfish shit.
Agreed. That's why I don't like swimming in general anyway.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I know it. Because I was feeling like you, Quinn. Like on the way out, Walt was like, because all our snacks weren't gone. And there was a little bit of Snapple left, and he's like, "Why don't you take it?" And I was like, "He's testing me. He's testing me. He wants to see if I'm going to just take this stuff." And he'll be like, "Oh, what fucking bad form, taking snacks that he didn't even buy."
No. Because I want you to take, because I'm not going to drink. You know I don't eat or drink any of that stuff.
But I thought maybe your kids might like it. I mean, in fact,
if my kids might like
you
it.
had Snapple at your house because when I was cutting that couch up, you gave me one of
daughter
those
likes
little Snapples.
Plain Snapple. She don't like peach now.
That was the big complaint with the Snapple. He was like, "How many bottles of this am I supposed to buy?" You know, because I said, "Well, they come in like the half-gallon thing." Oh,
I want it to be. I want it to be perfect, like in terms of how much I spend on it. No waste, like a green party. You know, no waste.
I like the angle.
Except the peanuts that blew all over. I thought that was kind of a strange, like, because Jeff got that same call, I guess, to request the snacks. And
you weren't the only one who got that call.
Right, and his daughter was. Did you give him a hard time too?
Oh, sure, because it was like peanuts.
I was like, I would have never requested something like that.
100-degree weather, you know, all cotton mouth and everything.
All salty about it. Maybe that's why she threw up in the pool. She had too much fucking salt and shit. And if it was your daughter, actually, that said that, do they want the crunchy cheese doodles or the puffy ones?
Oh, yeah.
She's a good little hostess, that one. Yeah, heard her in the background. Over Debbie's fucking protest of your fucking bullshit with like, why do they got to drink Snapple?
I thought I could just make him like, you know, just buy a pack
powdered shit?
The powdered stuff.
Iced tea. Right.
He's on a budget, this guy.
Not the Johnsons.
Always.
Well, don't ask me what I want. And then, all right.
Well, if I like just say iced tea would have been like it. You know,
Right, but there's certain iced teas I don't like. And then,
there's certain iced teas you don't like.
holy shit, don't even fucking start that. No way. This guy, ooh, wait, there's a seasoning on this fry. Don't give me that shit.
Q, you're definitely in next one. You know, I'm ousting somebody for the next. Someone's not getting
Jeff's out.
That girl.
Yeah.
Can't be a girl that puked up all over the place. It's nice to hear, too, that I'm on the good list now.
Yeah, you're not on the shit list.
So I've only been trying to win your lady's approval for 36 fucking years since I've known her since first grade.
But you can fall off that list in a heartbeat, though.
You got to be careful. You can't fuck this up now.
Right, I'm never going back. I'm going to retire.